Alright, so I've been a bit away from the Tenjin project, moving on with many renovations with the flat, as I've been doing, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. You guys are going to see soon, I'm going to be posting some videos on the renovation, but this time we are back on the Tenjin and we're going to get into some more painting, but of the figurines. So you see this actual Tenjin Diorama portal has 3 different figurines, doesn't it? So it has the Tenjin himself, it has a Kojiro, was it? A fox and an owl. So let's start off with this beautiful owl. Look at that. So we're gonna just peel off some excess supports. So let's do that with some tweezers. And there's gonna be a bit of back and forth here because I thought I'd open up with something a bit more interesting. So yeah, the owl is quite beautiful and interesting to me. So gotta paint him up. Him, it, her, whatever the owl is. Don't know which gender is it. Is it non-binary? Yeah, let's just paint it up real quick. It's gonna have a similar kind of color coordination. It's not coord, what's it? Similar colors between the fox and the owl. So we're gonna have a bit of red, we're gonna have a bit of browns and some whites for the skeletal areas, which you don't really see too much. I suppose on the face it's more like skeleton-y. But yeah, let's just do the feathers, because that's what the whole thing is, isn't it? It's just a big ball of fluff. But he is standing on, what would you call it? The water feature. So the water feature behind the water feature behind it is already painted, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna do it after, because I thought I'd open up with the owl first, and you can see I'm doing the white already, which makes such a wonderful contrast on the detail on top, because all this resin is printed in ABS black, ABS like Pro resin. But yeah, mixing some gold as well, give that royal look. It's a shame that there wasn't any glowing of the eyes in these models. Now, obviously, we could have done some modifications, but that would have been quite intense in my opinion, so I didn't bother with that. I think we've got enough of LEDs in the Tenjin himself, the portal, the overhead kind of piece, circle, emblem, and where the Tenjin himself is going to stand on. So, and the water features inside them that's going to have the LEDs. So no eyes for the fox or the owl. Maybe in the future if I redo this, which I would love to do, twice the size at least. Alright, so we're done with the owl. Let's move on back onto the portal itself. So let's finish up the roof. That's what I want to do, the roof, the beams. And there's a lot of details still to paint in, so, but it's quite easy if you just use the side of a brush, kind of dab it on. So the red isn't as vibrant as it could have been. I'm not sure if it was the acrylics fault. But yeah, it's quite a dark tone. We could bring it out with some gloss at the end, but I'm not going to do this in gloss because wood isn't really supposed to be glossy. It's supposed to be more matte, and it's fine that it's not too vibrant. Actually, like, it wouldn't make as much sense if it was even more vibrant or bright. The dark tone, I mean, is more appropriate. And look at that beautiful detail on the emblem that's going to be stuck on the side, and I'm going to be using a lot of super glue this time, because we're actually joining a lot of the pieces now. A few more final touches on the beams. You see we've still got a lot of detail to work with. We've got a lot of ropes that tie around these beams, not beams, wood, logs and beams. Yeah, I really have to ramp up the speed. We're like 4,000 because, like I said guys, this took me a long time, so let's just zoom through it all. I love all these small details. And this is a bit of a side piece because we're not going to be using this now, but I am working on this as we speak. So let's get the actual portal, swirling portal in clear, removed and spray coated. Now I've done a whole massive video on the spray coating and how to make the clear resin be crystal clear. So if you want to see a thorough analysis of my different attempts of how to do this, there is another video on this. But let's get back to the portal, and we're going to actually do the LEDs now for the emblem that's going to be on top of the beams. Now I am using pixel LEDs, which can be addressed individually, each pixel. So it's going to have some nice animations, and I am using my regular controller, which is the SP110E, and I also done a tutorial on that as well, on how to use it, how to connect it, how to control it from your mobile phone with the correct app. I think, I don't use dual strip, I use, is it Magic Light? What is the name of it? Let's have a quick look. It is LED Hue app, that's what I use. But this is going to be a bit of a pain on soldering these LEDs together, because I don't have a circular one, I just have these individual strips. So I'm just going to cut it per section. So you see I've got just 3 LEDs here, and then I'm going to use the 3M double-sided acrylic tape, which is incredible. And then another strip, this second strip is around 6 LEDs, I think. A bit repetitive this process, but it's worth it in the end. And the third strip, no, that was 7 LEDs, the previous one, and this one is it 8? And then I'm going to have 5 LED strips in total here, I think. Bit awkward joining them together because we're quite limited on space here, but one strip wouldn't be enough, I want it bright. There we go, let's join them together and do a little test before we close it, because I am going to super glue it together, and when we super glue it together it's going to be quite difficult to pry it open without breaking anything. And that looks amazing, you see that animation. But you see we've got an issue here. So I printed that cover in black ABS like resin. Now I spoke about this before with the issues that I had. It's not ideal if you want the LEDs to shine through, the light shining through the resin, you should really print it in clear. Otherwise you're gonna have troubles. So I did reprint it, and you can see is the other cover is right there. So the way we're going to go around it is we're going to use a sponging effect with some black acrylic and just dab it on top without actually getting the black acrylic in the crevices. So just on the surface level. So when I put the black on the sponge, just get the excess off and then just dab it on to the areas where you do want the light to not shine through. And that just makes perfect sense. And no need for sanding anything down, because the light just shines through. And the beautiful thing about the acrylics is it dries so quickly, so you can literally pick it up again in a minute or two and just put another color right on top. So you see I started off with black, and then I got brown, and then for the final color I'm going to put some more gold on top of it. So it's got a bit of a mix of everything. So black for the base, and then brown for the wooden feel, and then gold for the actual decorative feature, I suppose, because it's so royal, ain't it? It's so fancy. I love the way that looks. Let's wrap up this bead, because you get the idea now. There, to hold it in place, I'm just going to put some glue, super glue, but not too much, just in case I do need to do maintenance one day and a strip or LED explode or something. Even though they very rarely just stop working for no reason. I find the pixel strips or just any LED strips to be super reliable, more reliable than light bulbs or anything. And now we can actually put the roof on top of the beams, so super glue them together. So you see I needed to put the LED strips inside first before I actually glue anything together.